In a world lit by stage lights and camera flashes, where noise often overshadows nuance, there are voices we rarely hear. Not because they are silent, but because they choose to speak only when the heart insists. And this time, the voice came from Lee Jung-lee. Not during a dance rehearsal. Not in the middle of choreography critiques. But in a moment so sincere, it felt like a pause in time. Lee Jung-lee, the fierce choreographer known for her unstoppable energy and passion, finally spoke. Not about herself, not about the stage, but about someone whose presence made her stop, think, and feel. Kim Taehyung, or, as the world knows him, V of BTS. A name that resonates in every corner of the globe. A face that has graced runways, red carpets, and millions of fans' phone screens. We've seen him laugh with his bandmates, cry with fans, and lose himself in a note so achingly raw it echoes in our hearts. But this time, it wasn't about how the world sees him. It was about how someone close saw his soul. Speech balloon. He's incredibly gentle, Lee Jung said, almost in a whisper. As though she was handing the world a fragile truth, one that had been quietly waiting to be told. Lee Jung isn't just anyone in the K-pop universe. She's danced for royalty in this industry. She's shaped the way idols move, shine, and connect with fans. She's seen hundreds of artists pass through rehearsal rooms, some talented, some unforgettable. But when she talked about Taehyung, something shifted. It wasn't just admiration. It was quiet awe, a reverence that only comes when you recognize a rare soul. Speech balloon. V notices the smallest things, she said. He doesn't just perform choreography. He lives it. He breathes meaning into every move. In a world that too often rewards the loudest voice, Lee Jung revealed something far more powerful. A presence that doesn't demand attention, but earns it with every quiet gesture. She didn't mention his perfect features, his global fame, or his Instagram reign. Instead, she spoke of his silence. The way he observes quietly from the corner of the room. How he listens, not to reply, but to understand. How he treats even the backstage staff with warmth and intention. Speech balloon. When he enters a room, Lee Jung said, people notice, not because he's loud or flashy, but because his energy changes the atmosphere. He's still, but powerful. It's something ARMYs know, deep down. The Taehyung we've loved all these years isn't just V the idol. He's a poet in silence. A painter of emotion. A man who captures beauty in moments others overlook. Lee Jung remembers the first time she worked with him. She was nervous, not because he was a superstar, but because he looked at her, not like a celebrity would look at a choreographer, but like an artist sees another artist. Speech balloon. He looks at you like he's reading your soul, she said quietly. Not to judge, but to understand where you're coming from. And in a world where image often outweighs essence, Lee Jung saw someone real. They aren't the kind of friends who flood social media. You won't find daily selfies or shared vacation stories. But in the quiet corners of studios, behind closed rehearsal doors, a deep respect grew between them. Speech balloon. When I was tired, he noticed. Not with grand gestures, but with a smile, a glass of water, a soft joke that made me breathe easier. And in that moment, she realized. Kindness doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes, it's a flicker in the dark. He's full of love, she said. But he's careful with how he gives it. Isn't that the most Taehyung thing ever? A soul so deep, he doesn't pour himself out carelessly. He guards it, and gives only when it truly matters. We've seen V cry during encore stages, hide trembling fingers behind elegant microphones, and gaze into the night sky like he was writing a poem with his eyes. We've heard the way his voice drops when he talks about his childhood, his dreams, his pain. And yet, Hearing someone like Lee Jung speak of him with such raw gentleness makes us realize he doesn't just touch fans from afar. He touches those around him, too. Those who see him without the lights. Who witness him not as a performer, but as a person. Speech balloon. I'm grateful to have worked with him, Lee Jung said. He reminded me that sincerity still lives in this industry. In a place often driven by image and perfection, Taehyung chose to remain vulnerable. He chose to be real. And because of that, he became unforgettable. Lee Jung didn't just praise V. She reflected him. Held up a mirror so that we could see him. Not just through fan cams and edits, but through human eyes. Through the kind of love that comes not from distance, but from presence. Maybe Taehyung will never know the number of hearts he's healed by simply existing. Maybe he'll never see the full impact of his quiet strength. But thanks to people like Lee Jung Lee, the world is beginning to see what ARMY has always known. He's not just V, the icon. He's Kim Taehyung, the soul who walks through the noise, silently offering peace. The man who dances in light, but heals through silence. Purple Heart ARMY, if your heart was touched today, leave a message in the comments for Taehyung. Because sometimes, just one warm sentence can feel like the hug he needs most.